Alrighty, we're live from Steam. My name is John Mikula. I am a game director on Mr. Run and Jump, game developed by Graphite Lab here in sunny St. Louis. It's kind of cloudy actually today, yeah, we are here. It is Steam NEXTFEST, and we figure what's a better way to celebrate than to kind of get live on the internet and talk to a bunch of people and show off the game a little bit and take some questions, maybe do some speed running, and just kind of have a fun time. We'll be live for about an hour, if anyone out there is watching the stream, be sure to let us know if issues arise, audio sounds weird or anything crazy like that happens. In the meantime, I am going to let's just continue. So we've been doing streams every week, kind of showing off different aspects of the game. This is the first one we're doing for Steam, as part of Steam NEXTFEST. And it's the first time, people have been able to actually get their hands on the game and play it for themselves instead of watching us, goof around and do stuff with it. Anyone watching, I just want to, if at any point you're like, ooh, this game looks kind of cool, feel free, turn the stream off, go download the demo. It's free, and play it for yourself. Experience the magic of Mr. Run and Jump personally, by yourself. So, and then let us know what you think of it. But I figure, where best to start? Where best to start than the start. So here we are with Mr. Run and Jump. Mr. Run and Jump started, it was a project that I was doing as an Atari 2600 game. It was a homebrew project, just a personal thing I was messing with for many years, and then the stars aligned in a weird way, and it turned out, Graphite Lab I work for as my day job, we started working with Atari as a publisher, and so part of that was we showed them the 2600 version, and they really loved it, and we really loved it, and we decided, hey, let's kind of take this game a little further and make a kind of modern version. But this, the intro scene is a recreation of the classic 2600 version. So this version, the modern version you can get on Steam, is something of a pseudo sequel to the original version, which will also be available as a cartridge. It's being reprinted by, or printed, I should say, for the first time by Atari. So if you're interested in classic games, classic consoles, you have a working 2600, you can actually go on Atari's website and pre-order the original Mr. Run and Jump. Complete the collection, get both games. So here we are, we're just kind of playing, in as close a recreation of the original game as I could make. Trying to get the jump physics and the movement speed and everything, about as close as I could get it in kind of our modern, modern tool set. Here we have the classic Skullkin, a common enemy in the game. There we go. We just kind of work our way through these screens. We're looking for Leap. Leap is Mr. Run and Jump's dog, who has a tendency to kind of wander off. Look at this. We found Leap, but something else is happening. Alrighty, there we go. The first cutscene in Mr. Run and Jump. So we can see, you know, something about the world has glitched out, and, you know, Mr. Run and Jump and Leet have been teleported into, you know, the Neoverse, you know, the new version of the Realms of Color, his home. And so here we are, we're kind of thrust into the modern game. You have Mr. Watch and Learn, our tutorial character. Here, we won't bother him just yet. You could talk to him, he'll kind of teach you how to move around, and he'll give you some of the backstory and kind of, you know, fun stuff like that. But there we are. We're running, we're jumping. These are shards. These are orb shards. Orbs are kind of our primary collectible. You know, they're used to unlock bonus levels and you know, there are hats. You can unlock hats for Mr. Run and Jump. Maybe we'll show off some of those later in the stream, but if you get all the shards, they all assemble together and you get an orb for it. Here we have some spikes. Here, just for demonstration purposes, I'll fall into the spikes. There we go. Respawn right back here. Do it all again. So I'm just kind of taking it slow, just kind of giving us a nice, thorough introduction. We got us a roll. Here's a modern Skullkin. These are the enemies we saw in the classic version. There we go. We can see up here, the red hazy doors up here, these lead to challenge rooms, which are especially difficult sections of each level. There's 3 of them in each level. And this one, you know, going by the game, we actually don't know how to get up to it right now. All we've been doing is running and jumping, so we'll skip this one for now. Maybe you can get to it. Download the demo, you can try and get to it yourself. Oop, oop, oop. Dodge those guys. And here we are. We got us a wall jump tutorial. Here we go. Nice and easy. So we got jumps, we got wall jumps. Over here, we get a little tutorial. It teaches us how to double jump. There we go, nice and straightforward. So now that we know how to double jump, I'll show off one of these challenge rooms. So we could see we actually have one of the orbs up here, but in order to get to it, you need to do a little bit of parkour. These early challenge rooms aren't too bad. You know, I'm just gonna kind of blow through some of these, just because I played the game a lot. But not too bad. We got a challenge orb. Double jump over some of this stuff. Here. So here we are. Not too bad so far. Here's kind of another spot. Our double jump, you know, isn't quite enough to get to this challenge orb, so we'll skip it for now, and maybe we'll come back and we can see the rest of that later. There we go. We got us level 1. So you see we didn't collect everything. That's a opportunity if you're interested in the game. Again, I encourage you, you know, get out of here, you know, quit listening to me, and go download the demo and check it out for yourself. But with that, let's move on to level 2. And here we start getting into some more complicated movement. There goes Leap. We're still chasing after that dog. Get over this guy. There we go. So you see we have kind of our roll, you know, crouch and roll. And if we jump while we're crouching, we get this high jump. Pair that with a double jump. So that gets us through things like this. Do a high jump, double jump, wall jumps, get up here. And so we've kind of viewed the game's movement system almost kind of like a platformer combo system, where we have, you know, kind of our basic actions. Like, really, you only have 2 basic inputs. You have jump and you have crouch. And then by combining that with, you know, movements and then jumping at specific times, you know, we get these different movements. So, oops. Kind of get into the high jump, the spirit of things. Get up here. And we have a bullfrog, one of our other enemies. Slightly trickier to dodge than the skullkin, but not too bad, all things considered. Yeah, these jerks. Get past them. There's another challenge room. Maybe I'll just poke in here and kind of see what this one is. So there we go. Slightly harder than the level around it. And I'm just kind of, you know, that one's a freebie. If anyone's having trouble with that one, you know, you can reference that if you need to. But, you know, like I say, you play games a lot when you kind of develop them, so I already know how to get through some of these. But so here we have, instead of a high jump, we have a long jump. So if you crouch and you're rolling, jump, there you go. Get a long jump, just like Mario. So we combine double jumps with high jumps, so you can, or you do a long jump to a double jump into some wall jumps like we'll do here. There we go. We combine all our runs and our jumps into kind of a movement system that has kind of a lot of options at any given point. Get past this guy. There we go. That's level 2. So not too bad, you know. The game does get pretty hard, you know, as you've noticed. You know, it's a one-hit kill, a la games like Celeste or Super Meat Boy. So it does get challenging very quickly. Even up to level 2 or world 2, I should say, it does get substantially more difficult. But yeah, here we'll check out. My plan is to, for the stream, we'll check out level 3 here, and then the demo goes up to this 1-void. This is the 4th level, but I figured maybe, you know, there's kind of a fun surprise in that level, so maybe we'll save that. If you're interested, check out the demo. You can see that level for yourself. But I figure let's play through this. You know, I've been keeping it nice and slow, very casual. And then once we're kind of through here, we'll go back and we'll show kind of what the game is really all about, and that's speed running. And I say what it's really all about. It's a, you know, we're not like a speedrunning game like a Neon White, but the game is really, really good if you can go really fast. So that's kind of been a point of, you know, a big part of our marketing push, I guess, is kind of, you know, encouraging people to really let loose. So, you know, I'll kind of, you know, get through some of this stuff. We have, you know, the approach to the game's difficulty has been, you know, we have, you know, there a couple different routes in a way where it's like, okay, you get through, oops, just beefed that jump. You get through the, you know, start to the end of each level. That's almost like the game's easy or normal mode. You know, it's kind of the most basic, you know, it's got the fewest obstacles. But then if you go back, replay the level, and go for the challenge orbs and collecting all the shards, you know, that's a little more engaging. That's kind of almost like the game's hard mode. So if you're a platforming fan, and you really like, you know, going through the game, Mr. Run and Jump, like you can go back and collect everything, and you'll have a more engaging experience. But it is substantially harder to do so. But here we have the introduction of our dive technique. So this kind of completes our roster of movements. So if you're in midair and you hit the crouch button, there you go, you do a little dive. And then like double jumps, like wall jumps, you know, the dives are meant to be kind of comboed with your other jumps. So here we do a high jump to a dive, we get all those. That's a wall jump to a dive, another wall jump to a dive. There you go. We could dive after a long jump, after a high jump. Use it to kind of span larger gaps like we did there. There we go. Now that we got everything kind of introduced, we can, you know, push you, the player, into, you know, exploring these movement chains and kind of, you know, spanning bigger distances than you ever, you know, thought possible. Here we go. I'm just kind of having a fun time moving a little faster. Just getting through some of this stuff, collecting these shards. Oops. Here, we'll poke into here. There's another challenge room. I'm just jumping in here to get like a checkpoint. Anytime you die, you'll respawn at the spot where you entered the room at. So if I, you know, beef it there, I start right back here. So sometimes challenge rooms can be a nice checkpoint like that. Talking about checkpoints, we also have a dynamic difficulty system where each time you die in an area, a little counter goes up. And as that counter increases, pickups appear, which will give you advantages or disadvantages, or they'll help you out in some way. So like we have checkpoint flags, which will be like, you know, for big rooms, kind of like, you know, bigger than this, but if you collect the checkpoint flag, you'll respawn at that spot. And then we have invincibility stars, which is like, you know, you have to die like 12 times in an area. But if you do, you know, you get a special invincibility star, collect it, and you could just walk past, you know, whatever was causing you trouble. And that's kind of there to help players who, you know, are interested in the game and want to play it and see through it, but are having some trouble getting through certain obstacles. There we go. So you can see, you see at the end of each level it says time trial unlocked, and we've seen these clocks, you know, at the beginning of these levels, if you collect the clock, it starts the time trial. And then that's another source of orbs that I was talking about. So if you finish a time trial under a certain time, you get a time orb, and that contributes to your overall orb count and helps you unlock more things. So we have 3 different colors of orbs, kind of like they're kind of like relics in Crash Bandicoot, if anyone's familiar with that, where you have, in that game, it's like, you know, sapphire and gold and then platinum or whatever. We do something similar where the baseline is silver and then gold, and then below, you know, the fastest times will get you a platinum time orb. And the color of the orb doesn't really matter, but it's just kind of for bragging rights. Yeah, I guess without further ado, let's get into some speed running. I guess at the end of the level, we'll check the leaderboard and kind of see where we're at. But yeah, let's let her rip. Trying to use all my moveset here now to get through this as fast as possible. Long jumps are, of course, the fastest, but high jumps are really fast too if you can get them, you know, instead of double jumping, do a high jump to go up a vertical distance very quickly. So really what you want to be doing is chaining together as many high jumps, long jumps, and dives as you possibly can. Already goofed. Deaths aren't terribly too punishing because of how quickly we can respawn, but they do take a little bit of time. Ooh, all right, 103, not too bad, but a platinum time is actually under 1 minute. So here, let's see. As we've been doing these streams, oh yeah, we're on a different account. Another one of our Steam accounts has all our stream times, which, you know, we're up to like 57 seconds. We have one of our QA testers is down to like 52 seconds or something like that. So there's a lot of room to save a lot of time in these levels. Here, you know what? I'm going to back out. Actually, I want to go back to the main menu, show off something we haven't showed off on stream before, but I was saying we have hats unlockable in the game. We start with a couple unlocked already, so we have a nice bow. We have a top hat, and then I think this backwards cap you unlock through orbs. So I think there's enough orbs in the demo that you can get this hat. Ooh, and then maybe there's a couple more. Let's not go too far into the list. I don't know what all is unlocked in this account, but here, let's use a bow, and then say, you know, maybe you're not feeling like a Mr. Run and Jump today. You could change it. You could be Miss Run and Jump, or let's say, you know, maybe you don't feel like either. You could just be Run and Jump. You know, we give you kind of these options for honorifics. You can kind of customize the character however you want to see them. So that's a feature I'm really proud of. So we'll do some speed running. We'll be Miss Run and Jump. Why not? Okay, we'll just skip past that. And here, 3, 2, 1, let's go. That's pretty slow, one of those rooms. Ugh. Ooh. Beef in here. It's no good. Ooh, look at that. Under a minute. Not too bad. That's a platinum orb. Not too bad here. Yeah, not too bad. Like I say, you know, 52 seconds I think is the lowest I've seen. So let's go to, let's try level 2. We on our normal kind of developer streams we usually speedrun level 1, but let's make this a NEXTFEST special and go for level 2. Why not? So I don't have as much experience trying to like blast through level 2 as much as level 1, but we'll give it a shot. There should be a lot of room for improvement here, so we'll kind of go on this discovery process together. Oops, already missed the... This, not bad. Not a bad death. And gotta make good use of these high jumps. Oh, hesitate around this frog. Ooh. Not too bad, 112. All right, that's a gold time, so we gotta beat 105 for platinum. So we gotta shave 7 seconds off of this. Man, I'll tell you, like, you know, I'm game director on this, so I play the game all the time, but we had one of our QA guys kind of manage, you know, he would just play the game non-stop, you know, and he's the one who kind of set these platinum times for us. So so while I have hundreds of hours playing the game, you know, there's a lot of technique, and there could be a lot of like kind of tricky things where I'm pressing the button to roll, but if I'm not, like, if I'm falling, I'm not on the ground yet, I'll do a dive. So there's a lot of really precise timing to get to do it just right. Okay, I felt like I was doing pretty good, but let's give it another shot. Skip that. All right, psych myself up for it. And let's go. See, like, that's probably a slow. If I could figure out how to do like a high jump in that spot, like, that would probably be ideal. I'm already not feeling this too much, but oops. See, I'm beefing it. Here, we'll just get the feel for it. We'll just keep going. It's gonna cost a lot of time, but that's okay. We're still kind of doing practice runs. We're still kind of setting that benchmark. I think we did worse, but yeah, we only got a silver orb that time. Ugh, terrible. Terrible. Or we'll give it one more go. Maybe we'll move on to level 3 and kind of maybe try to feel that one out too. We do have a quick reset here. If you really need it, but all right. Yeah, see, like that's good. No. Here, tell you what. Trying to dive into this just to get that extra boost here. Perfect. The game lets you dive after long jumps, so that's how you get your your extra long distance. You know, if you just need to stay in the air a lot longer, that's how you do it. Get around that guy. Get around that. Oh no, I went the long way. Sometimes, you know, it just takes a lot of feeling. You know, I really man, like people who speedrun, you know, as a hobby, man, like y'all are killers. You know, it can be real tricky to do, man. Oh man. Alright, so better than last run, but still got a lot of room for improvement. Let's check out level 3. Let's see how this one goes. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Let's jam. It's alright, it's first run, you know, no big deal. Ugh, terrible. Man, here, let's just. I said it was no big deal, but that's just me coping. Feeling good about this so far. I mean, that could have been better, but that's gonna eat up a couple seconds. Man. It's alright, we're too far. I can't restart now. Okay. 136. Not terrible, but that's only silver quality. Gotta be 130, so we got a lot of room for improvement. If we could make it through and we don't die at all, we could probably get to 130 pretty easily. Oh, whoops. Here, we'll go back. Alright, once more with feeling. Here, I gotta... Bad start. Here we go. This one bullfrog. Oh, man. See, I suspect there's probably a way. Maybe if we do... Hey, look at that. So we don't even have to go over here. That's probably the fastest way. See, I've already beefed the run, so I'm just, I'm in the lab right now. We're gonna experiment with a few things. We can see I've been doing this a fair bit, but if you get onto a wall like this and then you dive towards the wall, you can do this infinite kind of chain of wall jumps and dives. And it's pretty fast to do. I think if you can avoid doing it at all, it's, you know, that'd be the way to do it. But in terms of speed, you know, getting through it, but it is a great way to, oh, geez, look at that. If you miss a jump and wind up landing on the side, it's a great way to save yourself. Or just to scale kind of tall, sheer kind of faces like that. Jeez. See, these guys are tricky, but I think with some good high jumps we can get over them. See, that guy. It's tricky because you got to get over him, but he does launch pretty quickly, so it's a little hard to do. I think, yeah, maybe something like that is probably the fastest. Okay, so we can ignore that time. That was me, I goofed on it early, so we just, you know, that was a purely exploration, you know. We're just kind of feeling things out. Here, let's try and apply what we've learned. How about, skip that. All right. 3, 2, 1, let's go. No. See, I suspect maybe we don't have to do this, like, big wall jump here. There we go. See, if I could do that the first time without dying, that'd be really fast. good chains there. No big deal. These guys. Climb up here. Okay. Ooh, not bad. Let this guy go, and then get over with that. There we go. Not quite, but we did shave off like 6 seconds from our best time, so that's pretty good. We're getting there. There's definitely a couple spots. Here, maybe, let's poke around in the lab a little more. So I feel like this kind of feels like a known quantity. It feels like, you know, with the right combination of long jumps, dives, like you can get through here pretty good. And then it's just kind of like managing, you know, not touching the enemies. Here, I wonder, let's try to maybe the long jump. So if you can get that timing right, I mean, that's great. Long jump to a dive, double jump, you know, you can kind of dodge the frog in these 2 skulls. Like, that's not too bad. It's kind of a known quantity. I feel like this flows pretty good. If we can get like this high jump here, that'd probably be the quickest way through that. That's not bad. Okay. Let's try one more time. All right. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Man. See, the trouble is we, our enemies are on a, all the enemies in a room are loaded all at once, so they move on kind of this global timer. So lets everything be consistent, but it means like if you kind of spend more or less time at the beginning of the room, like the enemies at the end of the room are going to be on like a different position than maybe you expect them to be. So it can be a little tricky. Get through here. That's pretty good. Not bad. No. We've lost it. No way. We're not coming back from this. Here, dive over this guy, climb up. I don't know if that's the fastest way, but oh jeez. All right, well. Hey, at least that's a good silver orb. We tried to make silver orbs at least not too terrible. So if you're a completionist or you're just trying to unlock hats or bonus levels or things like that, you don't have to be like a super speedrunning pro to get these time orbs. You just have to be kind of good enough, you know. All right, well we're kind of running up against the 10-minute mark here. So while we're kind of doing speedrunning, I wanted to. We're organizing a contest for our viewers. We'll be announcing this on social media after the stream, but we're starting a speedrunning contest for this NEXTFEST demo. So the idea is, if you play the demo and you get really good times, you could take a screenshot, or if you have a video of it, that's even better. You send it to our Mr. Run and Jump Twitter account. That's at Mr. Run and Jump. And the top 5 fastest times we get from now until the demos is turned off. So that's going to be July 3rd. Top 5 fastest times for each level will get a free Steam key for the game. And then fastest time for each level will get a signed poster. It'll be me and probably some of the other developers of the game, here at Graphite. We'll sign some poster. We'll get your shipping information. We'll send it to you. And yeah, there you go. So that's about, what is that? Like a couple weeks, week and a half, whatever it is, until July 3rd. Top 5 times for each level, each individual level, I should say. Get a free copy of the game, and then fastest times get a signed poster in addition. So yeah, and then you have to hashtag Steam NEXTFest. But if this is something you're interested in, keep an eye on our social medias. There's at Graphite Lab. I'm at John Mikula. Or there's at Mr. Run and Jump. All the information we'll have it posted all there. But yeah, it's an exciting way. I have no doubt there are going to be people out there who can smoke me at speedrunning this game. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing people give it their best shot. But yeah, so we'll here we got about a couple more minutes. I'll say, we stream every Friday up until the game's released at least. So game is coming out July, I forget exactly, is it July 23rd, something like that, you can look it up. But we stream every Friday. 25th, I'm being told it's 25th. July 25th, we stream every Friday. So this Friday we'll have Matt Sinclair, who is a QA tester at Graphite Lab, who set these platinum orb times. So he'll be showing us how it's done. So if you're interested in the speedrunning contest and you want some tips from a pro, tune into that. That'll also be here on Steam. I'm being told. Okay, we're gonna try to do it on Twitch. But again, keep an eye on our social medias. We'll kind of clear up all the information. But yeah, what else? What else should I say? I don't know, man. We'll if you have questions about the game, I've been keeping an eye on chat. But any questions come up, ping us on Twitter's a great place, or it's probably the best place, or tune into the streams and ask us on Twitch or whatever. But yeah, here let's go back. Let's try 1-1 one more time before we wrap up the stream. We'll get one more good run and then close this out. All right, let's go. See, maybe I gotta do like that. Yeah, that's better. terrible. Alright, it's a one more good run, so we'll give it maybe another couple tries. But, come on, we can do better than that. 116, ugh. Alright, no fooling around. Let's do it. No. Tricky, man. I don't know if it's harder than it looks, but or maybe it looks pretty hard to begin with, but you know, it's tough to say. But the game can be a little squirrely, you know. It can be tough to really kind of get it going. All right, 106. We got a couple minutes left. Let's give it one more go for all the marbles. Long jump through here, no problem. Get past Mr. Watch and Learn. Long jump dive, that's great. And do a high jump here. Long jump. Flipping a few corners, but you know, that's okay. No. It's a short room, so one death isn't gonna kill me. Dude, oh man. Playing it safe in a couple of these. Okay. I jump right here. Okay, not bad. That one's gonna cost me. We're doing okay. Good, not great. Get past this a little bit. 104. That's better than last time, so maybe that's good enough to call it there. But yeah, so that's been Mr. Run and Jump. I hope anyone was watching, you know, enjoyed what they saw. You know, feel free, you know, download the demo. Tell us what you think. And yeah, if you fancy yourself a speedrunner, you know, you like going fast, give it a go. Excuse me, give it a go. Send us some proof, you know, and you can win yourself a free copy of the game when it comes out, July 25th. But yeah, otherwise, I think we'll call it there. I've been John Mikula, you know, representing Graphite Lab here, and yeah, I will, Friday again on Twitch. We'll be back. So yeah, have fun. Enjoy NEXTFEST.